happens when Audi decides that the Q7 simply isn't big enough anymore? What happens when the Q8 isn't quite luxurious enough to sit at the very top of the lineup? You build something bigger, more sophisticated, more powerful, and more ambitious. You build the 2027 Audi Q9. Welcome to NCR Reviews, where we take a closer look at the cars that are shaping the future of the automotive world. And today we're looking at one of Audi's most important new SUVs in years. The 2027 Audi Q9 is designed to take Audi directly into the full-size luxury SUV battle, a segment already dominated by names like the BMW X7, Mercedes-Benz GLS, Cadillac Escalade, and Range Rover. But Audi couldn't simply create a stretched Q7 and expect buyers to be impressed. The Q9 had to feel like a flagship. It had to offer the size, presence, technology, comfort, and performance that buyers expect when they're spending serious money on a luxury SUV. And Audi appears to have taken that challenge seriously. Let's begin with the exterior. The first thing that stands out about the Q9 is its sheer size. This is a large three-row SUV with a long body, an extended wheelbase, and a commanding road presence. The proportions are unmistakably those of a full-size luxury vehicle. Audi has also taken a somewhat cleaner approach to the body design. Rather than covering every surface with aggressive lines and unnecessary details, the Q9 uses smoother surfaces and a more upright silhouette. The result is an SUV that looks sophisticated without trying too hard. It doesn't look like a sports coupe that's been raised off the ground. It looks like a flagship SUV, and that's exactly what Audi needs. Large wheels add even more visual impact, with wheel sizes reaching approximately 22 inches for U.S. versions and larger sizes available in some markets. But the rear lighting may be one of the Q9's most futuristic design elements. Audi brings advanced curved OLED technology to the rear of the vehicle, with lighting elements that follow the three-dimensional shape of the body. The system isn't simply about making the SUV look futuristic. Different lighting signatures can be displayed, and advanced warning functions can communicate information to surrounding drivers. The turn indicators can even project information toward the road surface in certain conditions. At the front, Audi continues its technology-heavy approach with sophisticated matrix LED lighting. The system is designed to improve nighttime visibility while controlling the light beam to reduce glare for other road users. This is a perfect example of Audi's philosophy with the Q9. Technology isn't being added simply for decoration. It is being used to make the vehicle smarter and easier to live with. Now let's move to performance. For American buyers, the standard Q9 brings a twin-turbocharged V6, producing up to 429 horsepower. And that is a serious number for a vehicle this large. Audi claims a 0 to 60 time of approximately 4.9 seconds. Think about that. You're looking at a huge three-row luxury SUV capable of accelerating to highway speed in less than 5 seconds. Quattro all-wheel drive adds traction and confidence, while adaptive air suspension is designed to provide the Q9 with a balance between comfort and body control. On a long highway journey, the suspension can prioritize smoothness and isolation. On a winding road, the system can provide greater control over the vehicle's movements. And for buyers who need utility as well as luxury, towing capability is also important. With the appropriate equipment, the Q9 can tow approximately 7,700 pounds. So this isn't simply a luxury vehicle for driving around town. It can also handle serious family road trip duties. But Audi has another answer for buyers who want even more power. Meet the SQ9 with a twin-turbocharged V8 producing approximately 591 horsepower. The SQ9 takes the same basic formula and turns the performance dial dramatically upward. Acceleration to 60 miles per hour is expected to take around 3.8 seconds. That's an astonishing figure for a full-size SUV. The standard Q9, however, may actually be the smarter choice for many buyers. With 429 horsepower already available, there is plenty of performance for everyday driving. The Q9 doesn't need to behave like a sports car. Instead, Audi appears to be focusing on effortless acceleration, stability, traction, and refinement. That's an important difference when comparing it with the BMW X7. BMW has traditionally placed greater emphasis on steering feel and driver engagement. Audi's approach is more relaxed. The Q9 wants to give you enormous reserves of power without making you feel like you're driving an oversized sports car. And then we get to the interior. This is where the Q9 has to prove that it deserves its flagship status. 7 seats are available as part of the standard configuration, while buyers can choose a 6-seat layout featuring individual second-row captain's chairs, and those second-row seats are designed to provide a much more luxurious experience. Electric adjustment, available heating and ventilation, and generous space can transform the second row into something closer to a private lounge. Audi has also paid serious attention to the third row. That's important. Many SUVs advertise 3 rows, but the third row can sometimes feel like an afterthought. The Q9 is designed from the beginning around carrying 6 or 7 people. Third row access has been engineered with family use in mind, including systems that can make it easier to access the rear seats when a compatible child seat is installed. The first row seats can also provide premium comfort features, including ventilation and massage functions. And then there is climate control. The Q9 can offer up to 5-zone automatic climate control. That means passengers in different areas of the cabin can have more control over their individual temperature preferences. For a family SUV, that isn't just luxury, it's practicality. Above the cabin is an enormous panoramic glass roof, adding light and openness to an already spacious interior. The overall effect should make the Q9 feel more like a luxury lounge on wheels than a conventional family SUV. Technology, of course, is everywhere. The dashboard features Audi's modern digital interface, large displays, smartphone connectivity, wireless charging, multiple USB connections, available head-up display technology, and configurable ambient lighting. Audi also offers a premium Bang & Olufsen sound system with advanced audio technology designed to create a more immersive cabin experience, and the cabin systems can be coordinated. Lighting, seats, climate, windows, sound, and other functions can work together to create different cabin environments. This is where the Q9 starts to feel genuinely different from a conventional large SUV, but underneath all of this technology is something that matters even more: space. With the second and third rows folded, the Q9 provides a very large cargo area, so you can carry passengers during the week and still have the flexibility needed for luggage, shopping, equipment, or long road trips. That makes the Q9 much more than a luxury statement. It's a real family vehicle. Now let's talk about driver assistance. Audi is bringing advanced assisted driving technology to the Q9, including hands-free assistance on approved highways under specific operating conditions. But let's make one thing very clear. This remains driver assistance technology. The driver still needs to monitor the road and remain responsible for the vehicle. The technology is designed to reduce workload, not replace the driver. Combined with adaptive cruise control, cameras, sensors, parking assistance, and the Q9's sophisticated suspension, however, the result could be an exceptionally relaxing long-distance SUV. Imagine spending several hours on the highway with 6 passengers. Everyone has comfortable seats. Different rows can have individual climate settings. The cabin is quiet. The suspension is absorbing the road, and the powerful V6 is working effortlessly in the background. That is exactly where the Q9 should shine. Now, let's talk about price. The Q9 enters an extremely competitive segment, but Audi's starting position could make it surprisingly attractive. Reported U.S. pricing places the standard Q9 in the high $80,000 range before destination charges. That puts it remarkably close to the starting territory of the BMW X7. And this could be one of the Q9's biggest advantages. Audi isn't trying to position the Q9 as an ultra-exclusive vehicle that only a tiny number of buyers can afford. Instead, it is attempting to compete directly with established luxury SUVs. Of course, the base price is only the beginning. Add premium leather, add larger wheels, add advanced lighting, add upgraded rear seats, add premium audio, add driver assistance technology, add additional luxury packages, and suddenly the price can move well into 6 figures. That's something potential buyers need to understand. The Q9 may have an attractive entry price, but a fully loaded example will be a very expensive SUV. Ownership costs also deserve attention. Large luxury SUVs consume more fuel than smaller vehicles. Large performance tires can be expensive, insurance can be higher, brakes and other maintenance items can cost more. and depreciation is always an important consideration. So the Q9 should be viewed as a genuine flagship luxury vehicle rather than an inexpensive family SUV. There is also another issue that future buyers should consider: complexity. The Q9 combines advanced lighting, electronically controlled suspension, powered doors, digital displays, sensors, cameras, driver assistance systems, and highly integrated electronics. When everything works perfectly, that's fantastic. But every additional system adds another layer of complexity, and because this is a new flagship vehicle, long-term reliability will be something buyers should watch closely. That doesn't mean the Q9 will be unreliable. It simply means that buyers planning. Type of luxury buyer: someone who wants advanced technology, comfort, performance, and understated design, and that could be enough to make the Q9 stand out. So what are the biggest strengths? The 429 horsepower V6 is strong. Quattro, all-wheel drive, provides confidence. Adaptive, air suspension should deliver a refined ride. There is genuine 3-row capability. Buyers can choose 6 or 7 seats. The cabin is packed with technology. The lighting systems are highly advanced. The panoramic roof adds a sense of space. The rear seats receive serious attention, and the Q9 finally gives Audi a true full-size flagship SUV. But there are weaknesses. It's huge. That can make city driving and parking more difficult options. Can quickly push the price upward. Large wheels can increase tire costs. The highly digital cabin won't appeal to everyone. And first generation buyers will be the ones discovering how this new platform performs over the long term. So, would I buy the 2027 Audi Q9? If I needed a full-size 3-row luxury SUV and wanted something technologically advanced, comfortable, powerful, and more understated than an Escalade, I would absolutely consider it. The Q9 would be on my short list, but I wouldn't go crazy with the options. I'd prioritize comfort over appearance. I'd choose sensible wheels rather than automatically selecting the largest possible size. I'd focus on the seats, suspension, technology, safety equipment, and features that actually improve everyday life. And if reliability and resale value were my highest priorities, I would probably wait several months after launch and see how the first vehicles perform. For performance-focused buyers, however, the SQ9 is the obvious temptation. That V8 and nearly 600 horsepower completely change the character of the vehicle. But for most families, the standard Q9 already offers more performance than they'll realistically need, and that may be the biggest story here. Audi didn't simply make a bigger Q7, it created a vehicle designed specifically for the full-size luxury SUV class. The Q9 is about space, it's about comfort, it's about technology, it's about effortless power, it's about carrying 6 or 7 people without making the third row feel like an afterthought. And perhaps most importantly, it's about giving Audi a legitimate flagship presence in a segment where BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Cadillac, and Range Rover have been extremely strong. The Q9 doesn't have to be the sportiest SUV, it doesn't have to be the most extravagant, and it doesn't need to be the most expensive. It simply needs to be the ultimate expression of what Audi believes a full-size luxury SUV should be: fast but effortless, advanced but practical, luxurious but understated, large but comfortable, and sophisticated enough that every journey feels special. Based on what Audi has presented, the 2027 Q9 has the ingredients to become a serious competitor. The question is no longer whether Audi has finally entered the full-size luxury SUV battle. The question is whether BMW and Mercedes now have a new rival they should genuinely be worried about. And if the Q9 delivers in the real world the way it looks on paper, Audi may have just created one of the most important SUVs in its modern history. This is NCR Reviews. If you enjoyed this complete look at the 2027 Audi Q9, make sure you subscribe for more new car reviews, luxury SUVs, future vehicles, comparisons, and automotive news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.